Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
What's up, LumioseStation, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokémon DataDex with me, TheOneIntegral. Now, last week I asked you guys to get 300 likes on the video and I give you a Mega Evolution, and indeed, you got 300 likes, well, more than 300 likes on the video, and we're going to get a Mega Evolution today, and that Mega Evolution is Mega Gyarados. Now, the vote for next episode, we're doing some Dragon-type Pokemon, so if you want to see Noivern on the next episode, you got to comment Noivern. If you want to see Goodra, comment Goodra, and obviously the one with the most votes, I will be covering next week. Obviously, Noivern is the fast, special attacking beast, whereas Goodra is the defensive assault vest sort of tank for the general use. So comment down below what you want now, and I guess I will, we'll see who gets the most votes, and you guys will see that next week. Anyway, on to Gyarados. So Gyarados, it's the atrocious Pokemon and is a water flying type. It's number 130 in the National Pokédex, and also features in the Central Kalos Pokédex as number 50. Gyarados is 21 feet 4 inches long, or 6.5 meters long, because it's obviously a snake-like Pokemon, and weighs 518.1 pounds, or 235 kilograms. It's in the Water 2 and Dragon egg groups, and is a male 50% of the time, female 50% of the time, so it's an equal split. Now, as we all know, Gyarados evolves from the most useless Pokemon out there, Magikarp, and this is at level 20, so really it's not a high level, but still, you have to work it up, really. Now, looking at Gyarados' base stats here, we can see its health point stat is reasonably good, its attack is pretty damn awesome, as well as its special defense there being 100, and then its defense and speed are, they're average, and then its special attack is obviously lower, because obviously we're not looking at any special attacking sets for Gyarados, really. So Gyarados, being a water flying type, resists 5 types, which are fire, water, fighting, bug, and steel. It's weak to 2 types, however, which are rock and electric, and is immune to the ground type because obviously it's a flying type. It takes neutral from all the other types, so really it has a pretty good typing, only being weak to 2 types overall, which is not too bad at all. However, as we'll see in a minute, when it Mega Evolves, its typing obviously changes, and that does incur some differences in this. Its 2 abilities that are available to it are Intimidate, which lowers the opposing Pokemon's attack stat when, obviously, Gyarados gets that into battle, which can be helpful, especially since you have to switch your Gyarados in before you Mega Evolve it, so you're definitely going to Intimidate off on whatever you send out against. And obviously, if it's a physical attacker, that's going to sort of nullify, or at least reduce their effectiveness a fair bit. Gyarados' hidden ability is Moxie, which boosts the attack stat after knocking out any Pokemon. Now this can be used in some sort of way, because you could send out a Gyarados, say you're going to Mega Evolve it, but then if it's a Pokemon that's on low health already, you could just go for the attack straight off, and then obviously get the Moxie boost, then Mega Evolve, and obviously you've got a Mega Evolution with a 1 attack boost already, which is, it's pretty good, but obviously you have to judge that on the situation. So looking at Gyarados' highlighted moves here, the only move we want to look at by leveling up is Dragon Dance level 44. That's the only one. Obviously Dragon Dance raises your attack and your speed, and it's going to be very helpful on pretty much any Gyarados set. Then really we just look at all the different TMs, well not all of them, but all the ones it needs to learn, or can learn. There's TM12 Taunt, which is obviously going to make the opponent attack you, which is good sort of because we can see Gyarados has a high special defense stat and a fairly high defense stat as well, which means it's going to be able to take hits pretty damn well. So you could use Taunt if you, again, especially if it's a Pokemon you're obviously not going to be able to do much damage to you, to stop someone using, Toxic or something, some other thing that's going to incur or nullify Gyarados, especially like Will-O-Wisp or something like that. Then TM26 is Earthquake, powerful ground type move, physical again, as are all the moves on this set, because Gyarados is a physical attacker for the most part. Obviously Earthquake, a lot of Pokemon are weak to that, it's always a good coverage move. TM44 Rest, which works well with the Rest Talk tank setup, as I'll show you a bit later on. Then TM66 is Payback, which is obviously gonna, it's obviously a strong Dark type move, and obviously Gyarados isn't an amazingly fast Pokemon. It means if you're not using Dragon Dance, that is, as long as you move after the target, the power is going to be 100, which is pretty powerful for a Dark type move. So it's certainly a thing to look at there. Then TM21 at 71 is Stone Edge, obviously a very powerful rock type move you could obviously use. TM88 is Sleep Talk, which again works with the talk, or the rest, the sleep talk tank setup sort of thing. Then we have TM90 Substitute, again sort of working with the fact that you can take hits, so you can sub, taunt, stuff like that really, not necessarily sub and taunt at the same time, but you could sub or taunt generally, because obviously Substitute is going to help you protect yourself from stuff like Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, etc. Then they can learn HMO5 Waterfall, a strong, so basically the water type move you want to use, because obviously you're not going to use Hydro Pump or anything. And then last of all, it learns Bounce, but this is a transfer only move. Obviously if you use the normal Gyarados, you get a nice powerful stab from it, even though it's a 2-turn move. Obviously it's transfer only, so you have to transfer Gyarados up to get that move. First off, before we look at the Wi-Fi setups, we're going to look at the Mega Evolution for Gyarados. So Mega Gyarados, it's a Water Dark type, losing its Flying type and gaining a Dark type. So this is going to change some resistances. It's still going to resist Fire, Water. However, it's not going to resist Fight anymore. It's going to be weak to Fighting. It's not going to resist Bug anymore either. It's going to be weak to Bug. It's still going to resist Steel though, and it's still going to be weak to both, well, Electric, but not Rock because it's lost its Flying type. It's now not going to be immune to Ground either. So that's obviously something like that there. It's then going to be weak to Grass, because obviously, it's grass. It's then going to resist Dark types though, and it's going to be weak to Fairy type moves. It's also going to resist Ghost type moves, and it's going to be immune to Psychic type moves. There's loads of changes here. I'm not going to show them all on screen, but it gains loads more weaknesses, but it gains a few more resistances, and it gains an immunity as well. And obviously loses its current immunity, so there's a lot of changes when it Mega Evolves really, more than most. Its dimensions are 21 feet 4 inches, the same as the normal Gyarados, I do believe, or 6.5 meters, but its weight goes up to 672.4 pounds, or 305 kilograms. The Gyarados site, which is required to Mega Evolve Gyarados, is found in Kuraway Town, near the waterfalls, but only between 8 PM and 9 PM after upgrading your Mega Ring in Anastar City, so be sure to do that first. Its ability is Mold Breaker, which means that moves can be used on a target regardless of its abilities. This isn't brilliant for Gyarados. I've never really seen it help me at all, using a Mega Gyarados at all, so it's a helpful ability, but I've never seen it come into play. Base stats for Mega Gyarados, its health points stay the same as its speed. Its special attack goes up slightly, but we don't care about that at all. Its attack goes up to 155, which is high. I apologize for swearing, I don't know why I just swear. Anyway, I don't usually swear in these videos. Anyway, moving on. Special defense is 130. And its defense goes up to 109, so it has really high attack and then reasonably high defense and special defense as well. And obviously health points, special attack, speed are reasonably low, but we don't really care about them too much. So if we move on to the Wi-Fi battling setups for Gyarados, the first one here is basically an all-out attacking Mega Gyarados set. Moveset is Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Earthquake or Stone Edge, and then Payback or Bounce. Look at that in a minute. Ability is Intimidate or Moxie. As I spoke about earlier, it's really dependent on whether you want to get some, attack reductions there, or whether you want some attack boosts yourself before you Mega Evolve. Obviously, when you Mega Evolve, your ability changes to Mold Breaker. Nature here is Adamant or Jolly. Jolly if you want to get some speed boosts, but Adamant if you just want to go for the full, do as much damage as you can. Held item is obviously the Gyarados site, and the EVs go in maximum attack, maximum speed, and the rest in health points or defense. If you want slightly more bulk in defense, you can put it in that, otherwise just put it in health points for the general touch. Then, okay, so, sorry, I don't know, lost my track. So, moveset. We have, obviously, Dragon Dance is going to allow you to get your attack and your speed up if you want to use that. Waterfall is your powerful stab. Earthquake or Stone Edge is your choice there. And then we also have Payback or Bounce. Bounce is only going to be helpful before you Mega Evolve, really. Although you can still use it once you've Mega Evolved, you just don't get the stab boost from it. Payback you do get the stab boost from, though, so that might be a better choice, especially if you're just thinking about Mega Evolving straight when you get in there. Earthquake or Stone Edge, the choice is really what you want. Obviously, Stone Edge is less reliable, but Earthquake, again, Stone Edge has got more coverage with flying types, which otherwise you wouldn't be able to cover very well, and also stuff like ice types and other sort of things. Fire types usually you're right with, but it's a choice that you got to weigh out the choices. Ability spoken about already, nature spoken about. That's really all of it. So really, this setup is just getting in. If you want to get the Moxie boost, you can then obviously try and get it before you Mega Evolve, but obviously if you haven't got Moxie, you can just go straight for the Mega Evolve as soon as you get in. Obviously watch your opponent though, because if they've got, say, if there's a grass type Pokemon or a Pokemon with a fairy type move, you might not want to Mega Evolve straight away. Obviously your defense is going to get a boost, but you're also going to get a weakness to one of their moves, so you really have to watch out for that. You don't want to Mega Evolve if there's a chance of them having a move that's going to be super effective against your new type, so really you have to be careful when you Mega Evolve for Gyarados. Okay, so this is the Rest Talk Tank setup for Gyarados, or Sleep Talk Tank setup, one of those. Basically, the moveset here is Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Ability being Intimidate or Moxie again, really up to you. Nature this time is Impish. You could probably also have, Nature that boosts special defense while lowering special attack, but it's really up to you for that. Held item is going to be Gyarados again, and EV is going to be maximum health points, maximum defense, and the rest in special defense. So, what's this setup all about? Well, the way I like to use this setup is I get in the battle, then I go for some Dragon Dances, depending on the opponent obviously, you have to watch out for that. You can Mega Evolve, go for a Dragon Dance or two, and then watch your health points. As soon as your health points are sort of getting low, if you're using the Dragon Dances, obviously you're going to go first, so you can wait until you're on low health points. Then you go for the Rest, get full health points, and then you go for the Sleep Talk, and hope you get a Waterfall or two off. If you get another Dragon Dance off, that's not too bad. Obviously, you want to get some damage off once you've got the Dragon Dance boosts. So that's really how I use the setup. Dragon Dance, Dragon Dance, Dragon Dance until you have to rest up, Sleep Talk, and then if Sleep Talk uses Waterfall, so be it. If it uses Dragon Dance, so be it. And then obviously once you wake up, you can again go for a Waterfall or another rest, and it sort of works like that. Obviously Sleep Talk isn't the most reliable move, but it does work majority of the time, you see? Especially if you've got sort of the boosts. I've been thinking about maybe switching Dragon Dance out for Work Up. I do believe Gyarados gets Work Up. I don't know how well that would work, because obviously Work Up would increase your attack and your defense, which would make Gyarados very physically defensive if you're boosting your defense each time as well. Obviously that then allows him just to switch out to a special attacker and sort of get that side of you, but really, it could be helpful. I'm not sure exactly. I've never really tried it out, but Work Up could be an alternative to Dragon Dance. And again, the speed boost might be more helpful there. Ability again is whether you want to go for a Moxie boost or not. Nature is Impish, so obviously our special defense is higher, but obviously the Impish nature is going to sort of even out the defenses, so you're going to be defensive everywhere, sort of thing. So you're not going to be just defensive in one, you can have a spread defensive. As I said, you could use the nature that increases special defense while lowering special attack, which is going to allow you to sort of just be really special defensive, but it's really up to you. Held item we talked about, maximum health points and maximum defense. Again, boosting up your defenses to be equal, and obviously rest in special defense there. You could put maximum special defense and the rest in defense, but really it's how you're going to be more useful overall. If you're going for a really special wall, you could obviously do that, but it's up to you really. So the last setup how for Gyarados is it's a normal Gyarados setup. You're not having a Mega Gyarados hit at all. So the moveset is Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Taunt or Substitute, and then Bounce or Earthquake. Ability is going to be Intimidate or Moxie yet again. Nature this time is Jolly. Held items are Leftovers, and the EVs being maximum attack, maximum speed, and the rest in defense. So obviously we have the moveset being Dragon Dance, allowing you to get attack and speed boosts. Waterfall is your powerful stab there, and Taunt or Substitute is going to be whether if you want to sub and then obviously be immune to Will-O-Wisps and stuff, or if you want to taunt and then obviously the opponent can't use Will-O-Wisps. It's just what you really want. And obviously if you've got the substitute up, the leftover is going to sort of work in the background there. The choice of Bounce or Earthquake is really whether you want coverage with the Earthquake or a nice another optional stab sort of thing. Obviously Bounce isn't the best of moves, but it is a pretty nice move to use, especially when you've got the stab from it. Nature is Jolly because obviously we've got a nice speed boost, so you want to go as fast as possible because your base speed isn't that helpful in the first place. Held item, Leftovers, as I've said, works in the background for Substitute, just works away while you sort of tank it all. EVs have chosen maximum attack, maximum speed, and the rest in defense. You could, however, put maximum health points, maximum defense, and the rest in special defense if you want to be more defensive. Sort of like the last setup, you could even put the Sleep Talk and the rest of that on this setup and use it for a normal Gyarados instead of having the Mega Gyarados. Could be less helpful, but you have the ability to do Leftovers there, or maybe something else like Assault Vest. Assault Vest Gyarados could be a thing. It obviously wouldn't work if you got the Sleep Talk and the rest and stuff, but you could go for the Assault Vest Gyarados as well, with a Waterfall, Bounce, Earthquake, Stone Edge. Could work. I've never tried it myself, so you guys could try it out and let me know. Really, that's pretty much it for Gyarados. So guys, as I said at the start of the video, comment Noivern or Gudra down in the comment section below, because obviously that's how I'm going to choose the next episode of DataDex, and also smash that like button, because obviously support the video, support the series, support the channel. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed making it for you. If you did, hit the like button, and I guess I'll see you next week guys. Don't forget to check out all the other content on LumioseStation and also on my channel, link in the description. I guess I'll see you next time guys. Thanks for watching, goodbye my friends.